Staying tuned. Well, let's get into it. Today's discussion at the center is this oil fields verification exercise by the federal government, mapping wells, tracing boundaries, and deciding which states rightfully earn from which oil fields. It's a matter of billions in derivation funds, but also of trust, peace, and development in the Niger Delta. To help us break this down, we're joined by President, Ibom Community Development Stakeholders Forum, and himself an oil and gas expert, Captain John Etim. Thank you for joining us, Captain John Etim.
Thank you for
We also have joining us Director, Research and Documentation, still of the same association, IBCODEF, Engineer ThankGod Peters. Thank you for joining us, Engineer.
Thank
You're
you
welcome
so
on the
much.
program.
Thank you.
Captain, I'll start with you. Let's start with this federal verification exercise for the oil fields in the Niger Delta region. They've visited some locations already in Delta State, and they're promising to extend their work to other states of the Niger Delta region, including Ibom. And I'd want you to respond to the verification exercise. Do you think that this has raised your skepticism? Is it a welcome development, or what do you say is just another government announcement on paper?
Well, to me, it is a welcome development. And you see, this oil and gas exploration in the Niger Delta has given some people much concern because some people have not been carried along. So that this verification exercise, to me, is a good thing that has happened to the people of Niger Delta at this point in time.
Okay, well, to you, Engineer Peters, well, your desk at IBCODEF gives you the privilege to, research and document activities of this nature within the Niger Delta region. In the course of your work, what issues or lapses have you discovered, and have you been able to truly figure out ways that you feel, if tackled, it could lead to some level of positives for the Niger Delta region, talking about oil exploration that goes on in the region?
Okay, during my research on the process of beacons in the states and the Niger Delta at large, I want to say that from our research, there are some labs that we have and which we need urgent called.
Okay.
So having the decals is a platform whereby it also helps fill those gaps for the oil and gas sector in the Ibom state and also Niger Delta.
For instance, if you check in Ibom state in particular, the PIA has not really done well in Ibom state. The reason is this: there are some companies like Omer, Josia, Owando, this and that are in our territorial waters. And as we speak, most of these companies that have been operating in Ibom state for more than 5 years without any SCDT, that is Host Community Trust Fund. Then coming down to leaving Eke Senatorial District, coming down to your Senatorial District, you have OPL 235. This OPL 235 is in Uyo Senatorial District. Now, it affects Uyo, it affects Ibezikbo, Nsrata, Surubium. Now, going to OPL 236, this affects Midema in Abanlu government area, Okana in a Serum government area, Oruana Mokana for Etimekbo. But these areas, then if you go to Ikoruro in Oborokalu government, you will discover that OML 53, OML 53 have started ringing above, spilling. Now, go down to Ikorenua in Ikoro. Ikorenua, there have been a lot of spillage in Ikorenua. And this is caused by this OPL 913 and 203. that covers Ikono, Ini, and part of Insurubio, Ibom local government area. And these areas have not been properly taken care of. And where do you classify all these ones? Then, coming down to you again, this Ensrata local government area and Urwan, people have been taking oil from other area in Urwan local government area. Then in Ensrata, there is a particular community called Ikono. That one has OML 53, while 57 is Adobo Rokara. And as we speak, this OML 53 is in a residential area in Ikono. From Shell Petroleum to Chevron. And as we speak, Chevron has no presence in Akwa Ibom State. So Akwa Ibom State is the most cheated of all in Niger Delta in terms of benefits.
Oil and gas.
No,
Captain, from this oil and gas.
Captain Edet, I'll still stay with you, especially because of the point that you've raised and how it affects this particular conversation. Now, with this verification exercise, do you think that it gives the opportunity for some of these issues that you've raised to be brought to the front burner and tabled, especially when the trend of this verification gets to Akwa Ibom? What measures are going to be put in place?
We from the Ibom Community Development Stakeholders Forum Oil and Gas Advocacy Group, we have come with a kind of enlightenment program to make sure we bring 31 local government areas of Akwa Ibom State together. I know the bulk of operation is in Ekes Territorial District, but in the sea. Now, 20% of our operation is onshore now. Our total sum is 504,000 barrels of oil that we are producing every day without any positive impact to the people of the state. And as we speak now, that verification exercise will be the best thing that happened to the people of Nigeria, mostly Akwa Ibom people. Because as we speak, in my state, Akwa Ibom here, we are losing a lot to cross River State government. You heard about 70 oil line, 90 oil wells, 76 oil wells. Those oil wells, those ones are not far from Oro axis. Those oil well lingers around Oro, Mujom, Okowo, Urumoko, Tumbu. It does not belong to any Cross River State. And if you check that these oil fields, okay, the oil wells that are emanating from OML 123, in that place you see some oil fields, Akam, Upam, Oro East, Oro North, Boki, Mimbo, Ebu. So these are all our names, and the location where these fields are does not have anything to do with Cross River. It is within Oro Nation in Akwa Ibom State. So what the concern of our group, the Ibom Community Development Stakeholders Forum, the IBCODEF, is that we want Akwa Ibom State, because there is no local government in this state that you cannot find more than 20 or 50 oil wells by Shell Petroleum then. And now most of those oil wells, they were not up to the commercial quantity then, but now they are up to commercial quantity. And they sold some to some company. And if you go to the sea, the most annoying aspect, let the verification this exercise come to Akwa Ibom State. We are ready to also present some papers to them for peace to reign, because people make Akwa Ibom to be peaceful. But I want to sincerely thank our governor, who has been able to at least track development to the state and make some worrying areas that are peaceful today. So we want them to come. When they come, they will explain to us why Seplat, former ExxonMobil, will have PIA with equal as Federal Constituency 3 local government. Then coming to Eke Federal Constituency, they had a different PIA, that is SCDT with Ibom local government. Then they have a separate SCDT, Host Community Trust Fund, with Eken, Esreken, Ona, and Mbu. Now, why is it that they cannot take the entire Oro Federal Constituency? Because OML 57, OML 56 is at Oron, Okowo local government. Now, OML 123 is part of Oron local government and part of Urumoko. OML 114 and 117 is Igbo local government properly. And this Oro you are seeing, Oro comes from the same stock. You find a clan in Mbo, you see that same clan in Urumoko, Urefon, Okobo, and other local government. So, in fact, to be sincere with you, Akwa Ibom State, we are all from the same stock. We are a people from one stock. If we thank Akwa Ibom now, very well, Akwa Ibom. But some tribes that are more united than us, we had a joint meeting with our brothers, our sisters organization outside the state. We discovered that in their own state, even if some local government in other states, they use English to communicate. But in Akwa Ibom, we can use one language.
All right. And so everybody will understand.
Understand.
Well, let me come to you, Engineer Peters. Especially, I want to start from where Captain Etim stopped. He talked about some disputed areas here in Akwa Ibom State. But then when we look at it from a broader spectrum, you'd see that it's as if there are other states that might seem as though there are more disputed issues in those areas. But here in Akwa Ibom State, is it that much information don't go out towards ensuring that people really know what is happening within the oil industry in the state? What have you found out in your course of doing this work?
Okay, thank you. During my research on the process of oil and gas sector, this is my 9 years in the industry. And I will tell you that in the different stakeholders or in the system, Akwa Ibom State, we are lacking behind. We are lacking behind. If you go to like different states who owns the oil world, there are so many benefits. For instance, scholarships. For instance, they send some people to abroad for training.
Are you saying Akwa Ibom is not enjoying some of those benefits?
If they are enjoying, it should be maybe just some few set of people. It's not Akwa Ibomite. Akwa Ibomite means everybody from Akwa Ibom is the form of Akwa Ibom State. But looking at it this way, maybe if some community benefited, but I think it's not enough. For instance, if I'm coming to ask for something from you, for my whole family, it's different from asking for myself. So this body is coming to ask for Akwa Ibom State, not just for a person, not just for a group, but for the whole of Akwa Ibom State. And believe me, this body will be able to call the Akwa Ibomite, the 31 local governments, unite them together, go for one thing, seek for one thing, stand for it, and get it for the benefit of the people of Akwa Ibom State. And if this happens, I will tell you that even your own children, your children to born, they will benefit from it. Because the trend that have been paved the foundation. We lack the foundations. We lack the system. So I believe once this system operates in Akwa Ibom State, a lot of people will benefit. A lot of training will be going on. Skill acquisition and some other things will be benefiting.
Well, let me quickly continue. I want to specifically say a big thank you to Honorable Prince Ubang for the bill he has presented to the House of Assembly for the establishment of corporation, oil and gas corporation in Akwa Ibom State. That one is a business wing. But there is something we are lacking. The group, our group, Ibom Community Development Stakeholders Forum, we have been agitating for the establishment of Oil and Gas Commission, not corporation. Oil and Gas Commission, if you check Delta, Imo, Habia, Edo, Ondo, we all have it. I went to Bayelsa State, Delta State, few weeks ago. I saw massive development through this Delta State Oil and Gas Development Commission. It's what we are agitating for. We want that to happen in Akwa Ibom State. Now, if you check some companies that are not identifying in Akwa Ibom State government, they are paying their taxes to River State government. And we are losing 407 billion naira every month as a result of the fact that we don't have a logistic base in Akwa Ibom State. So I am talking as an expert. I'm a marine expert and also oil and gas consultant.
Now, the government aware of these issues and gaps
we
in the
are
system.
working hand in hand with the traditional rulers, and by the grace of God, we send a lot of write-ups to the government. You know, in Akwa Ibom State here, like I said earlier on, we were not very active in oil and gas politics. We only believe in secular politics. But this time around, thank God for this our group, Ibom Community Development Stakeholders Forum. What we are doing, as I am speaking here, I'm not from Uyo or Ikoroekpele. I am from Ekiti Interior District. But all I am looking for, the interest of Akwa Ibom State. Because Akwa Ibom State is interconnected. For instance, sir, when I came in here, I saw some fishes being
displayed.
That is displayed on this system and all of that. And most of these things they are saying, the spill affect the fish. So the oil pollution, the pollution affects the entire state. Because Akwa Ibom State is interconnected. We are not far from each other. You cannot demarcate Uyo from Ibom, Eseudom from Ikoroekpele, Ibom from Eket. And if you go to QIT, Ibom, I worked there some times ago, they are flaring gas. Go to our sea in Umbu or around there. Ibom, in the sea too, they are also flaring gas. It's not about they are flaring gas. So, and again, as we are here, I want to use this opportunity to talk to our royal fathers in their various domains. They should not allow these companies to override them. Because, for instance, the operation of Sterling Global in OML 13 Utagbete, that concession alone covers 80% of Akwa Ibom State land mass. It covers the 3 Secretarial district. But what are the benefits that the people are deriving from that place?
Some people say they don't care about the oil wells. They just care about the compensation. Is it time?
What kind of compensation are we talking about, sir?
Is it time to really care
about what
happened?
If you go to Eastern Ogolo, there's a serious environmental degradation in where these people are operating from. Now, about 17 or 19 local government areas in Akwa Ibom State are being affected. They only did SCDT after they might have operated for more than 3 years before they came and have SCDT for Board of Trustees. Now, management is not there. The advisory committee, not there. So I don't know why Akwa Ibom people should allow themselves to be used by the multinationals. And again, someone told or reported to us in Ikoroba local government area, the people went and bought a dump site. How can you dump this thing, this waste product in where people are living? And the people sold the land, 1 hectare of land, they say even 3 million naira. So what we are doing today, they should not think maybe after some time they are going to recover those things. It is not going to be possible. In this age that people, everybody, this computer age, people knows they are right. You cannot get something from somebody tomorrow and expect to get it back. It's not possible. So, sir, Akwa Ibom State is suffering a lot. We are backward when we talk about benefit that is coming from this oil and gas. So the best thing, I am so delighted today for this oil field verification. So we will know exactly where our boundary is. Our boundary is between rivers and Akwa Ibom, Cross River and Akwa Ibom State. Ibom, Eket, Esreket. We will now know all that the boundaries and where the wells are.
Well, Engineer Peters, I'd like you to also bring some clarity to those persons that you feel are supposed to be held accountable towards ensuring that these issues that seem to be as if they are not at the front burner, people do not know about what's happening. Who are those persons that can be identified as those ones that are supposed to be responsible, giving out this information and getting people aware of what is truly happening within the oil industry in the state?
Okay, thank you very much. For instance, when a company comes to a community, or there is a oil well or operation of services going on, people that are to let us know or to let the state know what is going on, sometimes is the people that are being elected from the community to work with the companies. People like CALO, CDC chairman, and the chief and some other Palamanula regarding the facility or where the company is being working or operating. But sometimes, they actually do it, but it's within themselves, which is not for the benefit of the state, neither for the benefit of the whole of local government. Sometimes some people say, okay, it's falling my own local government, it's falling my land. So they hold the benefit within their land. So they take away the community, they take away the state, they take away, if your property is not being taken, maybe they are not renting your property, you are not part of it. It's not supposed to be so, because once the operation starts, for instance, fertilizers start operating, it's not only who owns the land that maybe suffer the whatever that comes out of it.
All right, Captain Etim, let's look at the way forward now. Looking ahead, what must government do beyond just these verifications that are coming to ensure that we don't get plunged into disputes, let's say 5 to 10 years from now?
Well, to me, it is not the government responsibility as per se, because the people that are coming for exercise are separate people, and they need to meet with some experts in the state that must be supported by the government and the traditional rulers. And the truth of the matter remains that traditional rulers are the gateway to this asset in their communities. Now, if the verification exercise is coming, or people are coming to Akwa Ibom State for their exercise, the traditional rulers must be involved, because some of them, if not all of them, they will tell you the real story, the truth of the matter. And people like us too, we need to also be encouraged to speak the truth, because we are not benefiting, we are losing. We have been crying every day. If a state that produces 60,000 barrels of oil, like Ondo State, can benefit more than Akwa Ibom State, such a thing is so painful, and it's an experience that is not possible to forget in a hurry.
Who are to be held accountable for this shortage?
Well, we are not going to, for now, we will hold ourselves responsible, because the company will come and deceive us with crumbs. And those that have not been exposed, when they see this crumb, like my brother rightly said, I went to have a meeting in the Nsuru local government. This telling came to a particular community, and they deceived this community that they should not extend the hands of fellowship to other communities within the local government. See, anything that is happening onshore affects the entire state. As we speak, one refinery has come to Ibom because of the misunderstanding between Esreke and Ibom people. That project supposed to, Ibom people supposed, the host communities supposed to have 60% of the workforce, while the state and others have 40%. And as we speak, because of the misunderstanding, I don't know what is going on there for now. So we need to advise ourselves. Sensitization matters a lot. People must know why they should live together. For instance, that ExxonMobil that you see, he has, in Akwa Ibom State, that ExxonMobil have been having, or Seplar or whatever they call it now, they have been having spillage, having a lot of confusions like that within the community. If you go to some part of acres into that district, you cannot plant anything and that thing grow well. If you check the roof is rusted, and again, sometimes acid rain falls in the state. So my own standpoint today is that we should endeavor to benefit this thing collectively. That sentiment of it is my own is not proper. Now, if you are from, for instance, from Oron, where oil and gas activities is going on seriously, and most of them does not stay there. They build houses in Uyo. Why would you not allow Uyo man to also gain access to a job or contract in that place?
All right, Captain Etim, we're completely out of time, but I'd not let us go without taking your parting shots. I'll start with you, Engineer Peters. Now, when we look at this verification exercise that's about being embarked upon, and of course will be spreading across the states in the Niger Delta region, where do you, what note of caution or hope do you see coming through as a result of this verification? What would you say regarding that?
Okay.
Are there areas that we should be cautious about, or is it a very hopeful exercise? Because I mean, some people are already of the opinion that this could be shrouded. There would be definitely a devil in the detail. Some people want to believe.
Okay, there is a hope for the state. There is a hope for the people of the state through this platform. Why do I say so? When you lack something in your home, and it's not available. It's affecting some part of operations.
Okay.
There's something we are lacking behind in the state, which is this commission. So by the time this commission come to play and they operate in the Akwa Ibom State, trust me and believe me, there will be hope for the people of Akwa Ibom State.
All right. Captain Etim.
My host today, thank you. One thing I've been bothering my mind, one company called Amni International. Amni is operating from OML 117, and this Amni is operating between Mbu, no government, Eastern Obolo. The other company is Total Energies. Total have been having GMOU with the 3 segments in Akwa Ibom State. Coastline communities, upland community, and the core communities before today. But when the PIA came, Total that is 80% of operation is in Akwa Ibom State. For instance, Ikike, Amana Okpono, Usan, Ukot, these are Akwa Ibom names. So this Total has abandoned Akwa Ibom State completely, focusing on only Eastern Obolo, Boni, and Opobon Korolu government area. So let this verification exercise take place in Akwa Ibom State that will give us the opportunity to ask questions why Total and Amni is not carrying Akwa Ibom people along.
All right. Well, we're out of time. Thank you very much, President.
Thank you very much. My name is Captain John Etim, the International President of the Ibom Community Development Stakeholders Forum. Our inauguration is coming up on the 29th of October. We are expecting every Akwa to be there. Thank you.
Thank you, President. And thank you also, Director of Research and Documentation, IBCODEF Engineer, ThankGod Peters. Thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you so much.
Well, at the end of the day, maps and allowances would mean little if it doesn't translate to the peace and progress that is hoped to be seen in the Niger Delta region. We're hoping that this verification exercise would lead to those hopes being realized. And this is where we come to the end of Niger Delta Today. We'll come to you again tomorrow with another fresh edition of the program. My name is Xavier Robert, wishing you a terrific afternoon.